What's up, everyone? How is everybody's week? And welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing something a little different that I've been wanting to do, and I'm going to discuss my favorite fragrance reviewers and perfumers. So stay tuned after this intro. Before we start, make sure you hit that like button, give me a thumbs up. It lets me know you have interest in my content and you want to be part of my special fragrance enthusiastic family. So, let's begin my topic with my favorite perfumers and fragrance reviewers, starting with one in particular. We're going to go with Zaharoff Seraphim Blue and Black Rose Halfeti. I like George Zaharoff because he's very transparent, and what he does, his vision just comes to light like that. He's really amazing at what he does, down to earth. If you ever have any issues or you need something, or you need, let's say, a cancellation or something, he's quick to help you out. Very genuine guy, amazing guy. Sometimes I'll have some really good chats with him, and I absolutely love his fragrances. And my favorite fragrance reviewer who got me into Zaharoff would be TLTG Reviews. And let me tell you, that guy's very passionate at what he does. He's very honest. He doesn't really push anything on anybody. He doesn't tell you, hey, you need to go out and buy this. And being a member of his channel, it's fun. All we do is really talk about fragrances or sneakers or upcoming releases, and I enjoy that. And he's a really nice guy, and a lot of the fragrances, he gives his own thoughts, opinions, breaks down note for note, and he's one of the few fragrance reviewers that inspired me to do my own thing. Another good fragrance reviewer that happens to live in Ohio is Grim G Got Sense. I came across him a while back. I've had him on my channel. I eventually want to get him on my channel again. Whatever works. And he just tells it like it is, you know. He has his own style, his own charisma. And, you know, he just gets right into it, you know. He's got that energy, that motivation and drive that he can break down note for note, regardless of what kind of fragrance it is, whether it's, you know, budget-friendly, designer, or high-end niche quality. And one of the fragrances that I ended up getting based off his recommendation was, you know, Stronger With You Parfum. He talked a little bit about this one, and this also ties into another really good fragrance reviewer, which is Fragrance Doud. So shouts out to Fragrance Doud and Grim G Got Sense. The way they break this one down, and this is probably my most favorite one out of that entire Stronger With You line. And Fragrance Doud, he's laid back, he's, you know, chill, he's uplifting, high-spirited guy, and he's like in PA, so in a way, he's like my neighbor. And, you know, I watch some of his content as well when I can. And yeah, Fragrance Dude, he gets down and he knows his stuff. He's very, very knowledgeable as well. And I like his channel and I like his content. So, shouts out to Fragrance Dude. Another favorite perfumer that I like is Christian Petrovich. And my very first fragrance was Argos Pour Homme. And this is very unique, classy, masculine. And what I love about this the most is the artwork of the bottle. This bottle reminds me of a specific bourbon. When I used to drink, I used to collect bottles of bourbon. And this reminds me of a high-end bourbon bottle. And I just love the little jewel, the symbol, and what Christian Petrovich has brought into perfumery. And I remember a while back, many months ago, I asked TLTG Reviews what's a good starting point when getting into Argos, and he pulled up on the internet where you can build your own discovery set. But then I decided to just say, you know what, I'm going all in, and I found a really good deal on Argos Pour Homme. And you can't go wrong with this one. The opening, it's very regal. In fact, you get this like saltiness, gin, nice like citrus, really, really beautiful scent. This is really good stuff. It's mind-blowing. It's giving me them deja vu feelings again when I first got my nose on this. So, once again, I gotta give my shots out to TLTG Reviews for, putting me on some game, getting into a whole different level of fragrances, and I gotta thank them for that. And another perfumer that I like, and along with another fragrance reviewer, is Notsofamousyoutuber. I like his style. I like his charisma. He's laid back. He's chill. He does his content totally different than anybody else that I know. I like how he plays his music. He has his own little intros. And he gets right into it, where it's fun to hang out in his channel and his lives and just shoot the breeze and talk about things that we love. I remember maybe a month ago or so, he was talking about some fragrances by Vertus. And one of them I happened to get my hands on, and I got to thank him for that, because I also love patchouli. That grown man stuff. Patchouli is awesome. Good fragrance, good scent, all of the above. So he recommended this, Soul Patchouli by Vertus, and this is one of their best sellers. Really good stuff. Patchouli is very prominent. You get, a green patchouli. It's very earthy, woody, and kind of creamy from the marshmallow and the dry down. Really good stuff. And Vertus is another really good fragrance house that I get into. And they do good jobs. Thumbs up. I'm a huge Vertus fan. Another perfumer and a fragrance reviewer that I like, we got Roja Dove. Elysium, my very first fragrance I ever got from this house. And I think I paid about $170 for this. A little pricey. This is a, you know, the Roja Pour Homme line. Cologne is more like affordable niche. It's like an entry-level niche, like beginner niche, where you can get it through discounters cheap. And these were one of my recommendations was recommended to me to check out, and I really love Elysium in the opening. It's very fresh, citrusy. It's very complex as well. You get that nice, juicy, mouth-watering grapefruit, some lemon and lime. Really, really nice stuff. Beautiful fragrance. And I'm a fan of Roja Dove. Now, I never had conversations with him, but I respect the guy's work and what he brings to the fragrance community. Really good stuff. And with that being said, I'm not here to tell you what you can and can't get into, but for all my new subscribers, you should get your nose on this. It's some really good stuff. All right, moving on. Another perfumer and a fragrance reviewer that I absolutely like a lot is no other than Charm City, aka Fragrance Connoisseur. Man, I can't even begin to tell you how nice that guy is. He gets right into it, very forward, very informative, and he's knowledgeable as well. He has some really good knowledge when it comes to niche quality. Now, I never got a recommendation from him. However, he did talk a little bit about a niche house called Armourud. Now, I got a few fragrances from Armourud, like Dark Orchid, Oud Tabac, or Tobacco Oud. Oud Tabac, I think it's called. And I got Wet Stone. Really nice stuff. And I got it from Max Aroma when they had a sale where it was like, I think, $70, $80 a pop. So I bought all three. And that was a steal. And I got to tell you, the one live Fragrance Connoisseur had with the director of Armourud was really, really nice. You know, a lot of good questions were answered. And I was happy to be in that live when he did his live. And I had fun. Guys, you should, definitely check out Charm City. He is well worth checking out as well. And he's another favorite fragrance reviewer of mine that I like watching. And let's see, moving on here. Another perfumer and friend of mine I would like to talk a little more, who gave me a really good recommendation to check out and get. And that is Lattafa Art of Wood, which is a inspired twist on Parfum de Marly, Perseus, and the other one, Lattafa from the Quaid Al Fursan line, Untamed. And this is some different stuff. Totally different than anything else I have in my personal collection. The way the rose really opens up. Man, that is some really, really nice stuff. You could dress it up, dress it down. And this Untamed. Now, I do have a sample of Versace Najim Eros out of the Eros line. I was lucky to get my hands on it. This is really close to it. Some really good stuff in a way. It's like a gourmand to me because you got caramel. But it's really worth getting your hands on. All right, another fragrance reviewer I like to give a shout out to is so without further ado, no other than Soleful Scent Tae. Man, he's got good taste in cologne, fragrances in general. Really knows his stuff. I'd like to give him a special shout out for even subscribing to my channel. He checks me out every now and then. And he talked about a few fragrances from Argos and Scented Woods, Plum and Cognac. Really nice stuff. Beautiful stuff. Especially with the plum and cognac in there. That's like some date night scent. So you guys should definitely check out Soleful Scent Tae. And another really good fragrance reviewer is my brother, one of my good friends, Nicky Angelo. He really knows his stuff when it comes to batch codes from different years, like say Dior Home line or Jean Paul Gaultier, Mancera, especially if you get a screw cap. That's how they were made back in the day. That is a really good friend of mine, and I've been checking him out. He's doing good with his channel, and I gotta give him, that shout out. And I like Nicky Angelo because, he's upfront honest. He doesn't pressure or push anything on anybody else either. Not any of these fragrance reviewers that I, follow and I interact with don't push on anything, don't pressure anybody. They don't tell you, hey, drop what you're doing, go out and buy this or spend your money. They're not like that. And another really good fragrance reviewer is Tasting Scents with D Boogie. And he got me hip to a guy from Louisiana that makes his own fragrances that is named Jerion Clayton, known as Native Perfumers. And I remember watching a live when Grimm had D Boogie on his channel, and he was talking about swamp water. And that word just sunk in my head. And I'm like, swamp water? What the heck is swamp water? So then I eventually found Jerion Clayton on Facebook, besides Instagram, started talking to him, and he told me a little bit about his fragrances and why he started doing it. He basically wanted to make his own because he got tired of weak projection, weak performing fragrances. And then one day, some of his stuff he made caught attention, and now he's doing his thing. So, shouts out to Tasting Scents with D Boogie and my best friend, Jerion Clayton. Speaking of Jerion Clayton, Native Perfumers, he sent me a care package. Came in the mail the other day. And I got another one to check out. So I will do a short tomorrow on another fragrance as well. And I got some other good news to talk about and put on my channel. Now, moving on to another fragrance reviewer. Joey Cannoli and his crazy style. He just doesn't talk about fragrances. He talks about a lot of other stuff. He does karaoke nights, and I gotta tell you, I like his style, his personality. He's very polarizing. and he gets right into it. Man, he's got a voice. That dude can sing. And if you really like that cannoli mafia, you should definitely check out one of his lives on like karaoke nights or Feeder Friday. You'll have some fun. And sometimes, you know, he'll talk about fragrances here and there. But he's a cool dude. Definitely worth checking out. Another really good fragrance reviewer that I like is Jenna. She's very informative. I like her charisma, personality. She puts it down. She's got some really good taste in fragrances, whether it's designer, niche, or, you know, cheapies. I gotta hand it to her. Soft live clap for her. And another really good fragrance reviewer as well is Attack of the Colognes. He really does his thing, man. He's got his own content, got his own thing going on. He really knows how to put it down as well. And I like his style. It's been a while since I watched some of my subscribers' channels because I try and hit everybody equally and be there, but sometimes that doesn't always happen because I've been focusing more on my channel, doing my own content. And another really good smaller channel fragrance reviewer is King Fragrance. He's pretty good as well. You should guys tune in to him. He's got some really decent content. And Kells Smells, he's really good as well. I like his style. I like how he gets into his vibes. People's Fragrance, he's really good too. It's been a while since I checked him out. Vanity Case Makeup, she's really good as well. Justin Copeland, he's another one I check out from time to time, and he really gets into it. He's really into different types of fragrances, like, say, for instance, Tom Ford Black Lacquer. That's his kind of style, or Clive Christian, Chris Collins, and all that good stuff. And another one that's really good is Suits and Scents. I like how he gets down, laid back, chilled, down to earth. And I love when Suits and Scents and Charm City get together. It's like walking into a jazz club, having a nice bourbon or a cigar, even though I don't drink, but that's kind of atmosphere I get, you know, where it's laid back, chill, and you can just talk about whatever you want to talk about. That's what I get from those guys. And, of course, there's another one that I like following as well, that I check out from time to time, and that's Fragrance Fraternity. He's another really good fragrance reviewer. And another really good dude that I check into from time to time and watch is, let's see here, if I can get his name right. Dedrick. He's Dedrick Hicks Jr. I've been into some of his lives. Some, you know, I watch his videos from time to time. And I don't have the fragrance in front of me, but it was MFK Oud Satin Mood Extrait. Really beautiful stuff. And BR 540 Extrait. I used to hate that stuff, but now I don't because it grew on me. I actually love it to death. Really beautiful scent. And man, you want to talk about projection, longevity, or performance? BR540 X-Straight lasts all day, all night. No complaints. Yes, it's highly expensive. I wouldn't even recommend anybody buying that. Another good alternative for BR540 is Mancera Instant Crush. It's basically almost the same DNA with similar similarities, but more cheaper and affordable. So, and that's another one. Another perfumer I like, Pierre Montel. That is known for Montal and Mancera, which I happen to have here in my hands. French Riviera and Cinque Terre. I think I have about 18 Manceras now. I absolutely love Mancera. It's my favorite line. I still want to check out the other fragrances from Pierre Montel, which is, his Montal line. I think I only have Tropical Woods, and I think I ordered that new one that dropped this year. Can't wait to check that out. And moving on. Another perfumer I like, fragrance house, is Xerjoff. Defied, Tony Iommi. This is like grown man stuff, very mature. It's kind of smoky, dark, rich, and leathery. It's got this nice rose in here. Very smooth, well blended. This is like black and tie wear here. And far as designer goes, it would be Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Male Elixir. Beautiful scent. Great for the cold weather, great for the winter time. And even in the cool spring and summer crisp days where it's like low 50s, low 60s. And another one that I absolutely like is Amouage. It's another perfumer, another house that I like, which is done by, I think, Oman. Really good stuff, niche quality. It speaks for itself. Now, I know Reflection 45 is way better, but this one really performs in hot summer days. It makes a difference. It really shines, and the sillage and projection will just come right back at you like a tidal wave. It comes and goes. And another one, perfumer, that I like, his name is Pharrell Smith. He's up in Indiana. He is known for his own cologne, and I was introduced to him by Native Parfums. Pharrell Smith does his own thing, and he's got a line from the Infernal. It's called the Infernal, and I have Infernal Rush, Infernal Veil, and Infernal Phantom. Far as performance, 14 to 16 hours on skin. From the top to the bottom, really good stuff, really done well. I only have samples. Eventually I'll get full bottles. I'm telling you, Pharrell Smith, he knows what he's doing. Native Parfums, he knows what he's doing. In fact, I would take Pharrell Smith and Native Parfums over most of these budget-friendly fragrances out there. No offense, but that's just my opinion. That's just how I feel. All right. Another couple of recommendations was from a buddy of mine is Soleful Scent, which is one of my best friends. Amouage Reflection Man was recommended. So I bought it. I checked it out. I fell in love with it. Let me tell you a little about Soleful Scent. Soleful Scent is a laid-back, chill guy. He likes giving knowledge. He knows his fragrances inside and out, where he can just take it apart and put it back together. That's the kind of guy he is. And he knows how to have fun. Super chill vibe. I could talk for hours with that guy about fragrances or anything else. And we have fun. And another one would be Colognes by Parfum de Marly. Another good perfumer. Another good fragrance house, should I say. What makes this one so unique to me, it's got that like rubbery, solar, citrus, woody scent. Really good stuff. Excuse me. As far as all my other fragrances that I have here were really good recommendations before I bought the originals. Like, for instance, Luciano Coastal Breeze. This is spot on to Louis Vuitton Pacific Chill. I own Pacific Chill, and I compared the two. You really can't tell a difference with this one. The only difference is this, it don't last long. It's kind of weak. I think I get about 5 hours out of here. And for me to make this last, I got to spray about 10 to 15, where I can get 7 hours. Another fragrance that was recommended was Versace Eros Parfum. I like this one a lot more. It's my vibe, my style. And last but not least, Magnitude by Luciano. It's kind of similar to L'Immensité by Louis Vuitton, but not exactly. Really, really clean, nice, masculine scent, fresh. You could wear it all year round as well. All right, everybody. I hope everybody has a phenomenal week. Remember to smell your best out there. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And have a good day. All right, guys. And for all my new subscribers from my past live that I did, thank you for subscribing to my channel. It means much to me. I hope you guys have a phenomenal week out there. Peace.